Hello friends, good to see you all on another video. We have a slightly different topic today. We are going to discuss about taxability of liquidated damages under GST. People got a lot of questions in this regard. What is liquidated damages? How it is covered under GST? Whether everything is covered under GST? All those questions are there. What is liquidated damage? It is a predetermined compensation of a contract. Suppose you have a contract, you have determined previously in the contract about if there is a breach of contract, how to compensate. It's called liquidated damages. To understand it as simple as possible. Actually, liquidated damage prices are part of the contract price itself. There is no separate fee fixed for it. It's part of the price of the contract. Generally, fines and penalties are not under the purview of GST levy. So, under the Goods and Services Tax Act, if there is a penalty or the fines are levied, generally it is not covered under this category. So, there is no liability of GST in those categories. Now, let us discuss part 5E of Schedule 2. Point number 1. Agreeing to the obligation to refrain from an act. For an example, if you run a factory, they tell you don't run the factory beyond these hours due to some electricity issues. This is point number 1. Agreeing to the obligation to tolerate an act or a situation. This is totally different. Suppose you have a shop in a big bazaar. You are allowing a small person to put a shop before your shop itself. So you are tolerating something. There is a compensation to it. The third one is the crucial. You are agreeing to an obligation to do an act. This is totally different than both the things which we had discussed earlier. For an example, amount of charges, penalties for dishonor check, liquidated damages for a breach of a contract, late payment charges, penalty levied on violation of any law, notice pay recovery, all these things are coming under the GST. Now, GST department has come out with a big clarification in Circular 178. They have clearly said these are not covered under GST. That's one big relief today. Liquidated damages of breach of contract is not liable for GST. This is one point we have to understand very clearly, but not all. Generally, penalty for dishonor of a check, no GST. Forfeiture of a salary due to the employment issues, no GST, no problem. Penalty levied under the Mining Act. This is for the stock variation kind of a thing. There is no GST involved in it. I think these 4 points are very much crucial. There are lots of cases pending in various courts. This circular is very much handy and lively. There are two aspects of it. First of all, consideration is not a supply. All the consideration need not be for any supply. So that is what the first thing what we need to understand. Then very specifically they are mentioning these are not there. Payment made for an independent activity for tolerating anything will not come under the GST. This is one important point. Secondly, if you have an agreement for such payment also will not be covered under GST. I am sure you have a lot of queries in this regard. Every company, every organization, every dealer in GST will have some sort of issue on liquidated damages. You are most welcome to send your queries, post your queries by email and send it to us. We are here to help you to clarify all those areas under GST with regard to liquidated damages. Please like our channel, subscribe our channel, click the bell icon. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you.